guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gamers, somebody me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Heroes Advent, Ray's Path. So y'all, let's go ahead and just jump right back into it, shall we? Please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes while I entertain you, and let's jump right in. Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go. Okay, here we go. Alright. Yeah, it's just his way of saying he loves me. Ah! Without warning, the shark lobbed a ball of water to the dragon's face. Hey, what was that for? To wake you up from your dreams. Now look alive. We got a job to do. Let's go! You and Ray tagged along with Finn as you made rounds around the beach. Ray was constantly throwing jokes and innuendos at the shark, who either would deflect it with an equally dry joke or a water splash to the face. At some point, the dragon was about to shoot a fireball, but Finn quickly put it out by stuffing his mouth with the water balls, earning a coughing fit from Ray. You couldn't help but just watch and chuckle as the whole thing unfolded. After several rounds of patrol, you didn't find anything noteworthy, so you and Ray parted ways with Finn and headed back. Ray led you to the tavern as soon as you made it back to the guild. You could immediately see Max and Toby sitting at one of the back tables as you entered the tavern. Hey, got room for two more? Oh, right, Cassian, come take a seat. Aww. And I thought we'd have some quality dinner time together, Max. Hey, surely we ain't diminishing that quality one bit, yeah? Yeah, you aren't. The more the merrier, after all. Sure. Grab those extra seats, then. Yes! Ashford's new updated sprite. I love it! Ashford happened to swing by to take your orders as soon as you joined the two. All good? Yep. Yeah. All right, so you won't believe what I found today, Max. Yeah? What'd you find? The farm. Oh, are you absolutely sure, Toby? Yep, it must be the one, has to be. And what are the farmers, are they around? Sadly, no, a hurricane swept through and destroyed all the crops. How unfortunate. And the cattle, were they around as well? No such luck. But we did manage to unearth a single Yamato. Oh? How much, a fistful? Just a single piece, but a very juicy one. Ooh, how nice. That will season our stew nicely. You betcha. The spice merchants will love what we found. Good. Make use of every bit of it. Squeeze it dry if you have to. Of course. Waste not, want not is our motto after all. Ray? Yeah, Cassian? You've got any idea what they're talking about here? Ah, well, would you look at that? I was getting pretty hungry here. The snow leopard happens to show up with the food you ordered. He was a man of few words as usual these days. You guys good? Yeah, just keep going. We can talk this over dinner. Let's just eat first, yeah, Cassian? Then I'll tell you about it in a bit. As you chowed down on the food, Ray slowly explained to you in mild discretion that Max and Toby have been talking in codes all this time. He wasn't exactly up to speed on their cipher, but he can still get the gist of their discussion. This was a basic way of preventing unwanted eavesdropping. Toby had just finished his reconnaissance of the suspected areas of nether smuggling and was now relaying his findings to Max. Apparently, he and a few other operatives were meant to set up an ambush by that area, but someone must have tipped the suspects off. Any people previously present on scene quickly slipped away, leaving the fertilizer facilities nothing more than a ghost town. Despite that, Toby's team must have found more clues leading to the smugglers' main base of operation. I see. Anything else? Nope. That's pretty much all she wrote. All right. Best be about it, then. Well, we'll be heading back as well, if you don't mind. Let's meet up next time around, yeah? Okay, good night, Rai, Cassian. See y'all later. See you, Max. See you, Toby. Ray promptly accompanied you back to your room as you left the tavern. Toby seemed particularly happy now that he got to spend time with Max alone. Though, on the way back, you couldn't shake off the feeling that someone was keeping an eye on you both. Without saying much, Ray opened the door and as you both went inside your room. You sensed that too, didn't you, Cassian? Yeah, it was like someone was watching us. Sure was, someone from the tavern. Who could it be? I have some hunches, but it's too early to be sure just yet, plus too many people there. What should we do? Just try to get some rest for now, Cassian. I'll look around the dorm for a bit. If I find anything, I'll get back here immediately. Okay. Well, thanks for today, Ray. Yeah, same. See you tomorrow, then? Yeah, see ya. See ya. Sleep tight now. And so he left the room quietly. With a sigh, you went into the bathroom and cleaned up, before going straight to bed. It was a long day, so it didn't take long for you to fall asleep right away. Ah, come on. That was a short video. Damn. Ah. Alright, well, I guess we have reached the end of Ray's path for now. We gotta wait till the next update. Damn it! I was enjoying it, too. Well, I guess this will be a shorter video. Alright, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, I guess I can talk a little bit about my feelings about this current build. So, with things going the way they are with Ray, I'm just wondering when... I thought I had muted you, Telegram! Jesus! Good lord, Telegram, being difficult. But yeah, no, with things going how they are with Ray and the other guys, got a few theories about who the Dark King might be, or whatever he's called. I don't think it's Alaric. I think that would be too obvious. I think it might be... I don't know. It might be Toby. I don't know. I don't think Toby's nearly as charismatic enough to be the Dark King. Who could it be? Why would Alaric be the Dark King? That'd be weird. Oh, God. Is he trying to infect the entire kingdom with the nether crystals? To turn them all into mana beasts or whatever? Nether beasts? I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Why would he want to do that? He's going about it in a very strange way. Like, the plan has already been discovered, if that's the case. Like, they'd have to redo all the plans and to act like nothing was wrong, and that takes time and effort and manpower and resources, and yeah. But yeah, so I really like Ashford's updated look. It's very more detailed and such. I like Toby's new look is awesome too. I don't know why I want to save it. I'm just gonna go ahead and save it. But yeah, so let's actually go back to the main menu. Is there anything there? Anything in the main menu? Extras? Union Gateway, Forgotten Soldier, the Mediator, Combat Test System. What? What? What is this? What is this? Oh, is this extra content? Mediator, okay. What's this? Playing the Mediator, are you sure? Yes. Oh. What is this? Our side stories taking place either before or after the events of Hero's Advent, with characters either from the cast or indirectly related to the main story. The story content is created largely by one member of the Platier team, named Ryo Yukiyama, yours truly, and with input from other members. Thus, these do not have priority over the development of the main storyline. The base story is in place, but all assets are reused, recycled from the main game, and there is currently no TBA for when these extras receive their own assets. Thank you for your understanding, and please enjoy. Okay. Some of these are not finished. Okay. This is the first one on the list, so I'm hoping this has the most work put into it. Mediator. Blasted scoundrels, dubbing themselves all high and mighty, and yet they drag this trifling matter on for heavens knows how many years? And to what end? If those poor sods had about to cancel and employed someone more competent, things never would have escalated this much, for Archon's sake. Emil slammed the desk as he tossed the letter onto the piles of paperwork. It was a formal invitation to another peace conference between both sides of the Polarian Empire, perhaps the fifth one for this year. Though born in Rhodes Island, and currently residing in Arborian, the Ram had always given his all for the Empire and the people of this land. But this had tested his patience one too many times. Sire, is everything all right? You seem upset. Emil looked to the concerned alpaca standing by the doorway, as he quickly composed himself. It was Methius, a servant he'd acquired from the town's orphanage. The young man wasn't the brightest of the lot, yet he was a pleasant sight to be around, at least much more than the Ram's usual peers at work. Oh, it's nothing, dear Methius. All par for the course, no more, no less. Now, where was I? Fetch me the fresh quill and papers, would you? I'm afraid I might have left them on the front desk yet again. Right away, sire. Are you off to somewhere again? Why, yes. Go now. This matter is quite important. Methius obediently walks away to retrieve the pen and paper, and was back again before the Ram could finish thinking about what he was about to write. Here you go, sire. The papers smelt pleasant. Were these brought back just today? Indeed. Do excuse me a moment now. Emil starts composing the letter to Horatio, his governor and ambassador friend of Polaria, Mediolanum specifically, detailing his requests and negotiating terms during the next peace conference held in the western capital. Methius stood idly by. Idly he eyed his master attentively, even though he could not comprehend what was written on the parchment. Emil let out a sigh before looking at the young servant. Methius? Yes, sire. I suppose, since you had me figured out that much, I hope I suppose you said you had me figured out that much. I hope you won't mind me bringing you along for the trip. But pardon, sire? Of course. If you wish to keep watch over my office while I'm away, that too is fine by... No, I would love to come with you. Truly? Yes. The stories you told from your travels always fascinated me, and I always wished to see what it's like outside of Helmgarten. I see. Do remind me, you came from the east of here, did you not, Methai? I believe so, sire. The other place I can remember other than our town is the Marshlands. More than that, I can't say for sure. All is well, dear Matthias. I, too, haven't been back to Rhodia in many moons. Emil quickly finished up his letter with his signature, tying it neatly to a neat scroll before handing it to his alpaca servant. Give this to the courier at the crossroad. Tell them it's to my usual recipient. Understood, sire, but, may I ask where we're going? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you at this rate. We shall head to Magna Polaria, following along the Eltern Trail to Zaxoni. Will it be a long trip? Need I pack rations beforehand, sire? No need. If we set out at dawn from Kruber's caravan, we should arrive there by noon. Now go. Finish this quickly, and you might be back in time to prepare supper for us both. We shall depart over morrow. As you wish, sire. As the alpaca left to fulfill his request, Emil remained by his desk for a while, before eventually grabbing his coat and leather cap. Might as well have a little stroll outside before Matthias returned, he thought. Ugh. Oh, the ram awoke from the gentle calls from Matthias. Matthias. It seemed his alarm clock had somehow magically broke down yet again, so he was all the more thankful to have the alpaca around. They quickly made it across town to reach the aforementioned caravan. Emil's avian associate was already there, waiting for them. Hello, Kruber. Fancy seeing you this morning. Morning. Took your sweet time getting here as usual, eh? You know how it is. Just take us to the capital, and we shan't get in the way of your caravan. Oh, we? Did their lot assign you someone new this time around? Nay, of course not. It's just, The ram looked to the alpaca behind him, who only smiled back innocently. My assistant, yes. He's Matthias. Matthias, eh? Like Sir Matthias Burnell from Knotsburg up north? Ha! You wish. I see what you done there, sire. Anyway, get in now. Our folk need to be in Venezia after we dropped you two by the capital. Maybe we can swing back again a day or two after you lots are done. We'll have to see. Aye, thank you kindly, Kruber. Come, Methai, hop on. Emil led the alpaca on board, who yelped a little from bumping his head against the roof. The ram let another deep sigh as he glanced to his servant. He looked gleeful as ever. The large backpack sat neatly on his lap. It was Matthias that insisted on carrying it for him, even if it was just some stationery and legal codices stacked together. That said, the alpaca probably had packed some rations and extra supplies despite what he said the other day. A bit more careful than what he would have liked, but he isn't complaining. Sire? Yes, Methai. What are all these people saying to each other? I don't understand a word. Emil fell silent, not knowing what to say. Not because he couldn't understand them, but he never paid attention to the other passengers during his past travels. Their constant yabbering had always been rather maddening, especially this early in the morning. But since the alpaca was curious, so was he. He looked to the trio in straw hats. They seemed to be speaking some kind of Aborian dialect. It took some concentration, but he could more or less grasp what they were talking about. Well, this might disappoint you, Methai, but they're all merely talking nonsense. Nonsense? Why is that, sire? For instance, that guy on the left says he's been feeding his chicken 12 times a day that it exploded into a ball of feathers by yesterday morning. What? And the woman next to him is saying he should have salvaged those feathers, and that those would have been good for at least five patches of pillows. They really are making no sense, aren't they? As Matthias chuckled, the other trio also burst into laughter. Aside from his servant and the associate, he hardly knew anyone else in the caravan, and yet this silly little divergence left the ram feeling rather at ease. Emil felt something soft leaning against his shoulder. It was a young servant. The ram felt rather conflicted for a moment, but didn't say anything in the end. He'd seen the alpaca staying up late and helping prepare for the past trips he'd made, and this time for theirs. And before he knew it, he'd also drifted to sleep from the gentle rocking of the carriage and the constant chatter of its passengers. It was already well past noon when the caravan made it to the capital. Matthias was already in awe for the past hour or two at all the strange sights around him. Well, looks like quite a few folks are paying the old capital a visit, huh? So it would seem. Say, why are you bunch heading to Venezia again? Ha! Merchants! Why else? Bit of coffers to fill, eh? As ever. Anywho, we should be going now. City guards be getting antsy. You should. They don't take kindly to outlanders here. You don't say. Well, keep safe, you two. Volete amici. Valley Kruber. The ram stepped back as the caravan went eastward away from the capital. Methius also waved them goodbye as they disappeared into the distance. Well, sire, is this really Polaria? Part of it, yes. Come, Methi. Stay close to me. It's easy to get lost here. Understood. Emil led his servant back to the city plaza after checking in with his usual tavern nearby. He was reviewing the directions in his journal when the audible rumbling distracted him. Hungry, Methi? Yes. What about you, sire? Just a tad peckish. It was nearly 3 o'clock as he looked at the clock tower opposite the plaza. But I suppose it's high time we went for a meal. Here, I know a place. They sat down and ate after the ram ordered the food. A Bork stew, baked cheese sandwich, a plate of pasta, and a bowl of salad. Quite a lavish meal compared to what they usually had at home. Methius seemed especially fixated on the salad and the pasta, even if they were some of the more quaint dishes on the menu. Enjoying yourself, Methi? Verily, sire. The food they make here is quite different. The alpaca took another forkful of salad when he realized something. Thank you for the generous meal, sire. You need not mention it. Although, just between you and I, Methi, the restaurants here are run by bloody swindlers. Even a mere piece of bread costs an arm and a leg. Really? Why take me to one, sire? Why, this dinner is the least atrocious of them all. The stew here is also one of the few dishes I can stomach. And honestly, the amount of spice they put in their food here makes the fish and chips and Knotsburg seem more appetizing all of a sudden. I understand. And sire, you seem to be in a hurry since we got here. Is the meeting happening that soon? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. This is the current end of Ray's Path. We do have some side content to get through, so... Anyway, y'all, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!